awesome power of nature, hot excitement of freedom.
Because after you get struck by lightning, there's thunder.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Yo, what's going on, Eagles Nation, and welcome back to another episode of the AK Eagles podcast. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe. We are on the road to 1K. We got a special one for you. Let's get it. What it do, guys? Appreciate you guys so much for joining us today. With me today is a very special guest of mine. We've been trying to get this together for a while, and we finally got it going. So, everyone, I just met this dude just a couple weeks ago, and we've been talking. Great content creator for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I want to introduce you to him right now. My boy, HypeFan Eagle.
What's going on? What's going on, man? This HypeFan Eagle, man, representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Listen, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much for having me on, man. This is a dream come true. This is a blessing, man. So let's work. I'm ready.
It's no problem, man. Like I said, I've been trying to get you on for the last week or so. Things didn't work out, but we're here now, so let's get it.
For sure, man. Let's go.
Shout yourself out real fast, man. Let everyone know where they can find you, what you're about. Tell them what your channel's about.
You can actually find me on Twitter, HypeEagle1. You can find me on YouTube, HypeFan Eagle. And that's just all my handles right now. That's all my handles.
Yeah, for now, because he's about to be here with me.
Man. Congratulations, man. Clap it up.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Definitely.
Let's go.
So listen, man, I always ask all my new people that I interview first and foremost, like what made you an Eagle fan, man? Was it a player? Were you born into it? What's up with that?
Okay, so let me give you everything, starting from the bottom. When I was growing up, I was a Giants fan. So I want to get that clear. When I was, from the time I was small all the way to 5 years old, I always saw myself playing for the Giants somehow, some way. As I grew a little bit older, from, let's say 7 to 10 years old, I was a Patriots fan. I'm still young. I'm still trying to find my way. I'm a football fan. And then once I got into the 6th grade, once I saw Donovan McNabb play, once he jumped off my screen, and Brian Dawkins, that's when I became a full-fledged Eagles fan, and I never turned back after the 6th grade. Like I said, man, it was really Donovan McNabb, man. What he's shown me. Listen, I know a lot of people criticize his play and everything like that, but when I saw Donovan McNabb, he was just amazing. He was amazing. Brian Westbrook, Deuce Staley, like we had a real squad. And when I saw that on the TV screen, man, I just stuck with the Eagles, man. That was my team for life. And I'm sorry to say my age, but I'm 30 years old right now. So when I was in the 6th grade, it was like 2001 probably, somewhere around that. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, bro, I'm 36, so I'm right there with you. I'm only
Yeah,
6 years
yeah.
older than you. I was born in '88, dude. I got to see the end of, you know, pretty much Randall Cunningham.
Yeah.
'91, all that. Randall Cunningham is the reason I am an Eagle fan, hands
Okay.
down. First and foremost, like
Yeah.
that was my dude. I still remember watching that dude do a front flip, stay on his feet, and keep going. I mean, like he was just a phenomenal quarterback, man. He really,
For
really
sure.
was.
For
And
sure.
he's definitely what made me start bleeding green. And then
Yeah.
obviously, like you said, Donovan, Westbrook, Staley, all the guys, Trotter. That defense. In the late '90s, early 2000s, all that, man. Like it was just phenomenal to grow
Yeah.
up and watch these guys. We've had so many greats come through our doors, and it's a surreal feeling to be an Eagle fan sometimes. You know
It
what I mean?
is. It is. Yes, it is. It's a tough feeling as well too, especially we in the NFC East, and I always tell people this. They always talk about our division is so crappy, but we are the most talked about division around, around all the divisions or whatever, around the
Mhm.
NFC East, I mean the NFC North, the AFC, whatever. We the most talked about division. We the most popular division. So with that being said, man, you got to give us credit when credit due because we bring the competition, not only the Philadelphia Eagles, but our whole division as a whole. We bring the competition every Sunday. Everybody want to know what the Cowboys is doing, what the Eagles is doing, what the Giants doing, or the Washington Commanders. So, yeah, man, I love it. I love it.
Man, listen, I love when people dog our division. I really do because you know what? There's a lot of history in our division. You know,
Yeah.
in
Yes.
fact, we are the best division in the history of all of the NFL. We're
Yeah.
first off, we're the only division to ever beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We are the only. We have the most Super Bowls. We have the most playoff appearances, the most championships. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, man, but in my opinion, we have a right to suck for a couple of years because we've been top dogs in the NFL for a long time, dude. Our division by far, and not just that, but everyone in our division has Super Bowls. Not any other
Yeah.
division can say that, man. Like dog on us all you want, man, but you know what? We've uplifted the NFL for a long time. Somebody else can carry that weight for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 For sure, man. And we had our ups and our downs, but I like especially I don't want to jump to anything yet, but
Mhm.
I just want to say I like where we're going this year. I like where
Oh,
we're
oh yeah. So before we get into this year, man, give me a run through of last year real quick. Like how do you feel the season went? Were you happy with the results and the coaching and all that?
Okay. I want to start off. Let me start off with Jalen Hurts first and foremost. Um, I've been watching Jalen Hurts since he been in Alabama. From his freshman year all the way to he went to Oklahoma. I'm an LSU fan, but I like Jalen Hurts. So I knew what Jalen Hurts need to work on as far as throwing the ball. I knew his capabilities and I knew his flaws. So when he got drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles, he fell to me. It was like a God sent from sent from heaven type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
his first year, after Carson Wentz got benched and everything like that, his first year, it wasn't a real year to me. It was a COVID year. He had to figure out things. He didn't really have as much practice time as he needed. Last year was his first year fully starting. So I was, as a Jalen Hurts fan, I always, like, how can I say it? As a Jalen Hurts fan, I'm allowing him to make mistakes. Let me put it like that first and foremost. I criticize, like I can critique him, but I give him room to actually make mistakes and actually grow on it. I don't just say like any other content. I mean, like any other Eagles fan, how they just bash Jalen Hurts and everything like that. No, I always give players room to develop. And when you look at Josh Allen, his first 2 years, his first 2 years wasn't as good.
Mm-mm.
But he had to develop into that. Same thing with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz first year wasn't good at all. His second year, he had to develop into become an MVP type of quarterback. So just based off last year, man, and you got to think about it. Based off last year, everybody was damn near rookies. You know, everybody was younger than what 24 years old. You know, our whole offense. You know, we had a rookie wide receiver. You got a first year starting quarterback. You got a first year head coach, and you got a first year defensive coordinator. So everything was new. Everybody was trying to figure out things on the fly. So it took us all the way to 7 games to realize what worked for us and what don't work for us. You know what I'm saying? So last year was an up and down season, but I felt like we really built off last year into coming into this year, and I'm glad with the pieces that we got this year.
Yeah, me too, man. And you know, I don't get what the hate for Hurts is, because you know I went back and I looked at Carson Wentz's first full year, and I went back and I looked at Jalen Hurts' first full year. Jalen Hurts had a better first full year than Carson Wentz did. Carson Wentz was 16 for 16 his first year. You know, they damn near had the same amount of passing yards. Jalen Hurts definitely had way more rushing yards, way more touchdowns. And their QBR and their passer rating was damn near the exact same.
Exactly. Yes.
So you guys sit there and you praise Carson Wentz, and you know you pretty much juggle his balls and give him the key to the city, but you don't do that for Jalen Hurts. I don't understand the hate for it, but you know what? It is what it is. You know this kid's going to come out this year and prove a lot of haters wrong. I truly feel it, man.
And I'm not saying that, you know, he's going to be the almighty quarterback, but what I tell people all the time is you're going to see a leap from last year. You're going to see the development from last year. It's 2 things that stood out to me when we went to the link and we had that 11 on 11 at the link. Is the fact that in my previous videos I said when a wide receiver wasn't there or an opportunity to throw the ball, he threw the ball to the dirt. That right there is a clear development of his awareness of not throwing the ball across his body or not throwing an interception. He threw the ball in the dirt when there was nobody there. He could have easily, you know, threw the ball. It would have got picked, or you know what I mean. He could have easily made a mistake, but he threw the ball to the dirt, and that was the issue that he had last year. The fact that he was throwing it when it was 3 defenders on 1 wide receiver. Sometimes, you know what I mean, and it just didn't work out. So I like the fact that he's aware, like, listen, you can always live for another down. You can always live to see another play instead of just going out there making boneheaded decisions. Hey, throw the ball away, throw the ball in the dirt, and just live to see another day, you know? And that's one of the developments that I like. I like the fact that he developed, you know, as far as throwing the ball across the middle. That was one of his flaws last year, too. Throwing the ball across the middle, intermediate passes. I like the fact that he developed that. You know, so it's just certain things that people have to see and realize, like, he's developing right before our eyes, you know, and it might not be the biggest leap, but you just got to, like he always say, man, you got to practice every day, man. Practice make perfect every day. You know what I mean? That's why we got training camp and everything like that. So, yeah.
You know, and I love that how you said about, you know, him throwing the ball in the dirt, because one thing that I did see a lot from him last year, and this was what kind of proved to me that he's a little mature beyond his years, you know, because you got to remember something. This kid's only 24 now. He was younger last year than most quarterbacks that came out in the draft. Hell, he was younger this year than he was than most of the quarterbacks coming out in the draft. So, dude, he's a pup. Like, this dude is a pup. No lie. Yeah. But what I like to see from Jalen Hurts last year was, remember in the RPOs when sometimes he'd keep it? Dude, if he fucked up, he sat right down. Did you remember seeing that? He would just fall. He'd just stop. And well, most quarterbacks will try and make something of that. Not him. He was like, no, I'll just sit down. I made the wrong decision. I'll sit down. We'll come back out and do it again. That's, dude, you can't teach that. That is instinct. That's everything that you want in a quarterback. And I like what you said. You know, he needs to get better at leading his receivers, anticipation, all that stuff. You know, he went this offseason. He worked with Tom Brady and Tom House, I believe his name is.
Yes, yeah.
So he's with experienced people and the best quarterback to probably ever play the game. This kid works 365 days a year at his craft. He's not Carson Wentz where he takes 3 months to go hunting. No, he literally just sits there and works day in and day out.
Day out, yes.
You only get better, man. You only get better. You know, so I really, really feel that this year, I'm not going to say he takes that Carson Wentz leap from year 1 to 2, but I will say he takes that leap to at least half of what Wentz did. You know, because people are sitting here, and I know that they down the kid because everyone wants a microwave QB. You throw him in the microwave for 3 minutes, and boom,
that's what it is nowadays.
And you can't do that, bro. I mean, last year Drew Brees was in one of the. He was in a oh crap! I'll just brain fart. Hold on. He was in an interview, and he said, "Dude, it took me 3 years to learn all the defensive schemes." He's like, "It took me 3 years to develop into who I was."
Yeah,
3 years. Dude, Jalen Hurts is going into his second full year. You know, his second.
Look at Aaron Rodgers. He had to sit for 3 years for him to develop at the quarterback as he is now. So yeah.
So people just need to stop like thinking this kid needs to come out this year and be elite because he doesn't. He doesn't have to be. It's steps to get there. And he's taking the proper
exactly.
You know, I don't want him to rush it. You know, and everyone's like, well, where's our Josh Allen? Where's our Pat Mahomes? Blah, blah, blah. You got to suck to get those guys.
Yeah. Where's our Herbert at? You know? And
we don't suck. So, therefore, we don't have to get one. You know,
like you said, man, everybody want these microwave quarterbacks, man. I'm glad that he's taking his time out to figure out his errors, what he need to work on. And one thing he always preach is consistency. He knows that. He knows that he always say, listen, we got to be consistent. I got to be consistent. That's one thing that he always say. And I'm glad he recognized that. I'm glad that he can critique his own self. He can critique his play. He know what he's doing wrong. And I'm glad that he's willing to work on it, you know? So that's what you need in a leader. You need that in a leader for sure.
Plus it's trust too, man. Trust and continuity with your wide receivers. Like you said last year, Smith was a rookie. Jalen first year starting. You're not really having much trust in Jalen Rager. Quez Watkins is still learning. He's developing. He's developing very well, but he's still developing.
Yeah.
So when Jalen was taking his 3-step drop backs or his 5 or whatever he was doing, you know, when he releases that ball, he has to trust that wide receiver will be on his mark the moment he releases that ball. He didn't have that last year. They were still developing that. This year, you should see that. One, because you got him A.J. Brown, you know. And I like what you said about the whole, oh, crap, what is wrong with me? Josh Allen. You know, Josh Allen did not become Josh Allen until they got him Stephon Diggs. So,
exactly.
So, what might happen if you give Jalen Hurts A.J. Brown? I'm just saying, man. Just saying.
Same thing. And people could say the same thing about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott wasn't Dak Prescott until he got Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, and just think about the Philadelphia Eagles team. You know, I don't know if you want to stay too long with this topic. It's cool with me. Just think about the team last year. Everybody was developing down. Now, mind you, Miles Sanders, he was in and out of the rotation a lot because he was hurt. So you had a Boston Scott who still was trying to develop as a running back. You had Jordan Howard. He was in and out of the rotation because he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? And you had a Kenneth Gainwell who was a rookie who was still trying to develop as a running back. We got a Greg Ward Jr. who was he was a quarterback at Houston. He was still trying to develop into being a wide receiver. You had Quez Watkins who was a baby, still trying to develop. So our whole offense besides the line was really trying to develop, trying to find their identity of who we are. That's why we didn't start running the ball for real until after the second game, because we figured out, okay, this works now. This works for us. We didn't know what worked for us at the beginning of the first 6 games. After the 7th game, we figured out what. But you know what I'm saying? So it was just a whole developing thing. But now we got veterans on both sides of the ball. We got the the chemistry is getting there. You know what I mean? We got the young players that's coming up. Cam Jurgens, is He's next up. So it's man, I'm just excited.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. And you know, the one last thing before we move on to this year, a lot of
Okay.
people gave Jalen Hurts a lot of shit because him and Dallas Goddard didn't really have a good connection last year.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason for that. Who was his number one tight end at the beginning of the year? Zach Ertz, right?
Zach Ertz.
Dallas Goddard was tight end too, which means most of his reps came from Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you saw that connection in the Jets game.
Mm-hmm.
They had a really good connection.
Yeah.
So you traded Zach Ertz, and now you put Dallas Goddard as tight end one. That connection is going to be a lot better this year, you know, because you that connection halfway through the season, they were still developing that, you know, in the second half of the season because he wasn't used to throwing to him. Zach Ertz and Dallas Goddard play two different ways.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that connection between Hurts and Goddard this year, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like that connection is going to be real special. When you go through the camp notes, I think, besides AJ Brown, he got like the most targets besides AJ Brown in camp. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that connection is going to be real special for sure.
All right, man. Now we're going to get into everything that we all waiting on, man. This season needs to start because I am pumped. I am excited for this team. You know, first, before we even get to the players, man, I want to know personally, where do you – I know these players have not played yet. I know they have not stepped on the field together week one, and you know, but with the talent that we have just on paper and what we have right now, where would you rank this team talent-wise in your life so far out of all the teams we've had?
Talent-wise, I would say, as far as just talent alone, I would rank them number 2.
A lot of people have been saying that, man, too.
Because when you look at now, and this is just not based off chemistry, none of that, because this is just based off what we acquired during the offseason, just talent-wise, just who we got on paper. I say number 2 because that 2012 team with Vince Young and everybody, now that was a talent. Now we didn't go nowhere, but we just talking about just straight on paper. That was a talented team right there. Yeah. You know, just straight on paper. That's why Vince Young made the comment that he made when he said, "This is a super team." You know what I mean? Like, but out of all time, I got them. I got them number 2. I got them number 2.
All right. No, dude, and listen, you're not the only one to say that. I've heard a lot of people put them at 2, and I'm like, really? Number 2? Okay, yeah. And I'm not. Hey, I'm cool with that, bro. Like, if they come out and play like they're number 2, shit, you ain't getting no arguments from me.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully.
But listen, man, we've already talked about it a little bit. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Pascal.
Yeah.
That is a way different wide receiver room than what we had last year. We went from possibly one of the worst wide receiver rooms last year to one of the best.
Yes.
Now, how do you feel about these guys, and what do you feel that they're going to do this year?
All right, so if I want to let me just compare it to last year. Last year, we had nobody to go up and get the ball. We had no physical wide receiver last year. This year, we got Zach Pascal. I watched him a lot. He's a very not only physical, but he's one of those wide receivers that go up and get the ball. When you're talking about jumping capability and actually snatching the ball out the air, now his yards may not show, but sometimes you don't, like, when you eye test somebody, you know if somebody has it or not. He's one of those wide receivers that can go up and get the ball. AJ Brown is a very aggressive wide receiver. I'm talking about running over people, stiff arming people, breaking tackles, catching a 5-yard pass and taking it upfield. Devontae Smith, a real swifty. He's a real, like, that's why Ocho Cinco like him so much, because his footwork. He got the footwork to beat any cornerback out there. So with those 3 right there, man, it's trouble. It's real trouble. And don't forget Quez Watkins with the speed, So I like them all, man. I like them all. And I don't want to discount Jalen Reagor. I know, we've been down on Jalen Reagor and everything like that, especially from last year. I actually went to the Giants game when when it was everybody, but he could have sealed the game at the end, and he dropped the pass, and I was there, you know. So but I'm not really down on him. I just want him to just put his head down and just get right to work, you know, like because it's going to be a competition. Who's going to fight for the number 3 and 4 spot? You know what I mean? Between him, Pascal, and Quez. But I really like Jalen Reagor, man. He just got to put his head down and work, man. Just get to it, man. You know, at least have some film because it may not work out for us. And at least have some film for another team to be interested in. You know what I mean? But as far as what you're saying, as far as the wide receiver room, I love it, man. I love it. We got something that we didn't have last year, and that's a real physical, go-getter type of wide receiver core. So, yeah.
Nah, hey, shout out to Richie, by the way. You know, you just made him happy because
Oh,
he
yeah.
still has some he still has some Rager blood in him, man. He thinks he's gonna be good. Now listen, I have nothing against the kid. You know, he plays for my team. Yes,
Yeah.
I do dislike him. He knows that. That's why he's kind of busting my balls right now because you're the first person to actually say you have faith in Rager.
Yeah.
So, listen, the reason that I am still a little low key on Rager is we heard the same song and dance last year in training camp. Oh, Rager looks phenomenal, making one hand catches, doing this, doing that, and what did we get? 199 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like that's just no terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hear that this year, and instantly I go back to last year, and I'm like, I got to see this shit first before you fool me again. You know, fool me
Of
once,
course.
shame on
Yes.
you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not dumb. I'm not going to fall for it a second time. But if this kid comes out and he balls out, hey, he shut me up.
Yeah.
I live to see another day. You know what I mean?
For sure. For
Uh,
sure. For sure. But you got to think about it, though. Like last year, he was going through a lot. I think he lost his best friend or his aunt. Well, like something, you know, something like that, man. So he was going through a lot mentally, and you know, I'm not going to say that's any excuse, but you know, when you go through things like that, it kind of play with your psyche a little bit. So I could understand it from that aspect. But like you said, man, until further notice, man, he still got to show and he still got to prove. He still got to show us that he's able to actually play at an NFL level. You know what I mean? At a real high level. So.
Yeah, no, I get. Yeah, he lost 2 friends and a grandmother who raised him. No, listen,
Okay,
man,
yeah,
I get it, dude. I listen. I'm not disrespecting him like that. You know, I've lost
yeah,
many family members. I know how that feels. But when football starts, bro, you got to leave that shit in the back burner. No
yeah,
lie.
yeah.
Like, yeah, you know, we've all played high school and middle school
For
football.
sure, for
Well,
sure, for
we've
sure.
had things going on as kids, and we had to leave that shit in the locker room when we left to go play football on Friday nights. You know,
Yeah,
like it's just sometimes you just got to be mentally tough. You know,
yeah,
and
and that's a fact, man. And before you wrap this up to bring it back, I remember watching, if I'm not mistaken, the Ravens was in a Super Bowl game, and our ex wide receiver and Super Bowl champion Torrey Smith, I think he lost a brother and he had to play through that or something like that. I don't know if you remember, but he had lost a brother during the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, and he had to actually play through that, and he you know he did good. So I understand what you're saying as well. Oh, did it freeze? Oh, I think it froze. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see me, but if y'all can hear me, just let me know. I continue to talk. If I continue to talk, if his stream went out, just let me know and I continue to talk. If y'all can hear me. Let me see if he hit me up on Twitter.
Okay, I found this on the web for hit me up on Twitter. Check it out.
Yeah, I apologize, brother.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. There we go.
My laptop died. Seriously, dude. It's been doing that to me a lot lately. And
Yeah.
this bitch is about to fly out the fucking window. You have no idea, bro. It's pissing me
Yeah, I
off.
feel you, man. Let me close this door real quick.
Sorry about that, guys. Hey, real quick, shout out to the 10 in here. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe on the road to 1K. And go hit up my boy HypeFan Eagle. Great content creator. Good. He's becoming a really good friend of mine. Like I said, we've been talking this past week, and really good dude. So definitely go show him some love over there.
For sure. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, Richie, this laptop's about to get shot up. Take it out back and just blow it up, man. It's not doing me any good if it ain't working. AK was ice, baby, frozen. Yeah. Yeah, what's good, Coma? Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Should put a condom on your router to protect your virus. I don't have viruses, man. No lie, I had it hooked up to the fucking charger and it just shuts off. I don't know why, man. It's dumb. But all right, man. Let's move to this halfback room. You know, you got
Okay.
Miles Sanders, you got Boston Scott, you got Gainwell, you got Brooks.
Yeah.
How do you like these four halfbacks, man? You know, I have a lot of faith in Brooks. I think Brooks might be able to make this team. I don't know. I hope to see more this Sunday from him. But yeah, how are you feeling about him?
As far as the halfback room, it's not bad. I'm just concerned as far as like the durability of the halfbacks because we got a lot of swifty halfbacks. We don't have a Jordan Howard. Like, I would feel way more comfortable if we was to sign Jordan Howard back. We need that big back, man. We need that back to take the load from the other guys, man. Pause. And we need, we just gotta have that back. But Miles Sanders got a lot to prove, you know, because he doesn't get in the end zone a lot. So I feel like he got a chip on his shoulder, you know. I also feel like Kenneth Gainwell is this is second year in the offense. I feel like he got a chip on his shoulder because he got something to prove also. And Boston, I love Boston Scott. Like Boston Scott, out of all of those running backs, he's one of my favorite. Like he's one of my favorite, man. You know what I mean? I feel like you need more opportunities as well because he actually did good last year. You know, he actually the time when he had to fill in, you know, a role, he did good. So, but I like the running back room, man. I'm not gonna say it's outstanding. I'm not gonna say it's the best. Pause for real, for sure. Right? He caught that. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say it's the best, but I like what we got, man. I feel like it can be better. You know what I mean? But I like what we got.
All right, honest question for you. Do you think Kenny Gainwell has a chance to take it away from Miles?
Yeah, for sure. If Miles don't start doing what he has to do early on in the season, that come on, we're gonna see more reps from Kenny Gainwell, and then Miles gonna have to take that number 2 slot. That's what I believe. You know, so we'll see, man. And I like Miles as a running back, but his IQ needs to be a little bit more higher than what it is. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, no, man. Listen, I'm a Penn State fan through and through. I love Saquon coming out, love Miles coming out, but I honestly said this like last off season or something like that. I honestly forget when, but I said if Miles Sanders would spend one off season with Le'Veon Bell, dude, Miles Sanders would be phenomenal. And the only reason that I say that is because the run style is kind of the same. You know, you look at Miles, he's patient. He waits, but he's too freaking patient. And that's what gets him in trouble. If he could learn from Le'Veon Bell that patience and that vision, dude, oh my God, dude, he would be phenomenal.
I remember, like, Le'Veon Bell's vision is just so crazy. Like I never seen nothing like I never seen the patience and just hit the like. He was just so smooth with it, and I played running back. You know what I mean? And I didn't have the patience like that. I was just like a north and south type of runner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but Le'Veon is just, man, like you said, man. If he can just spend some time with Le'Veon or whoever else got great vision, man, I think, man, he'll be nice. It'd be nice.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. Because I mean, dude, I've never seen a back like Le'Veon when I watched him. Because my wife's a Steeler fan, so I'm
Okay.
actually always having to watch Steeler games because she watches my Eagle games, so I have to watch her Steeler games.
Steeler game, rightfully
something
so.
we do, you know.
Rightfully so.
And I remember watching the 3Bs, dude, Ben, Bell, and Brown. I mean, how the hell they did not win a Super Bowl together? I have no freaking idea, but
That's
it
a
is what it
fact.
is.
Yeah,
But
man.
there was times I would see Bell back there for a minute behind his line, just dancing for a minute.
Yeah.
And I would be sitting there, I'd be like, run the fucking ball, bro. What are you doing? And then next thing you know, he just pops out the other side and just goes. I'm like, how does he do it? Like, he was phenomenal, man, in Pittsburgh. But that's what we need from Miles.
Yeah,
You know,
and
because Miles is that patient back. He does like to wait, and I'm okay with that if you do it right.
And
but
also,
he don't do
what
it right.
Le'Veon did well was catch the ball out of the backfield. Miles need to start doing that this year. He need to, because it was a lot of drop passes. Like he need to focus on that this year. Like I said, Kenny Gainwell is not too far behind from Miles. You know what I'm saying? So any little slip up that Miles do, if he's not getting in the end zone, that's Kenny Gainwell. That's his spot. That's his spot.
Yeah, for sure. Miles needs to be careful, man, because trust me, Kenny's coming.
Yeah, for sure.
So listen, we don't even need to talk about tight end. We already know what Dallas Goedert is. You know, let's talk about tight end too, man. A lot of people have very high hopes for Stoll. A lot of people have some high hopes for Calcaterra.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a little iffy on Calcaterra just because of his concussions. You know.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the guy get injured and never be able to play football again. That's kind of my thing. You know, I don't want to see him get injured, but it is what it is. How do you feel about tight end too and that battle we got going on, man?
I'm not even gonna lie. I like Stoll, right? But if Dallas gotta go down, I'm not even gonna lie, it's scary. That tight end 2 spot is scary. I'm talking about blocking ability. I'm talking about catching ability. I don't have faith in that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if anybody can fit that spot, it'd be Stoll. And that's the only person who I can say I really got faith in as far as the tight end too. But I don't have that much faith in him to be like, yo, we solidify that tight end too. No, it's scary. So if gotta go down, I don't know, man. I don't know, honestly.
I wish you wouldn't have said that because I wasn't thinking like that. So you said something.
For real,
yo,
man.
That is facts, though, bro. If Dallas Goedert goes down, we are fucked at tight end.
Yeah,
we are.
It's over. It's over, man. It is over. It is over.
Yeah, let's get off that. I don't even want to talk about that.
It's over.
Dude, you know what? That is one thing. You know, we hate that Howie will grab offensive linemen, defensive linemen in the first, second round. But you know what, man? I understand it now. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, you look at this offensive line that we got and that we keep building. I mean, dude, you could have put 62 on Jurgen Friday night, and Jurgen would have looked like Pelt.
Yeah.
You know, they look damn near the same. You got Dickerson at left guard. You got Mailata at left tackle. Sayamalu, he's struggling at right guard. But listen, man, going from going from left to right, your position's different. Your hands are different. Like, he's just got to get used to it. So I'm not too worried. And then you got the all-time great Lane Johnson there. You know, we got some really good depth on this offensive line, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel this offensive line is going to perform this year? Granted, any injuries, I don't want to say that, or I'm going to say that because I don't want you bringing it up. So, yeah, granted, any injuries, we're number one again this year. I mean,
we're number one.
I mean,
we coming from last year. You know how we were, how the offensive line was producing last year. I still got faith in them this year, especially with when I watched when we played against the Jets, our first preseason game, how Cam Jurgens was going from the first level to the second level and just mashing people. Yo, that right there was like, wow. Like, I'm glad that at first when I was watching the draft, I was hosting the draft on Spaces on Twitter. So when we actually got Cam Jurgens, I'm like, I don't really know, But now seeing it, I'm like, yo, everything that Howie did this year alone was just spectacular, yo. Especially with Cam Jurgens. Now, like you said, I fully understand it. I didn't understand it at first, like how you said you didn't understand it, but now I get it, man. So yeah, man, we got. Listen, Dallas Cowboys. They had a very good offensive line for a long time. That's not the case no more. Now I feel like it's us. Now. So yeah, I like it, man. I love it.
Yo, can you want to laugh?
What's going on? What's up?
You want a really good laugh, real fast? We were in a MySpace on Twitter yesterday. We actually had a Washington.
Oh, you breaking up? What'd you say?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said we had a Washington Commander fan come in our MySpace yesterday and say his offensive line was better than ours.
Nah.
Is that not funny though?
That's delusional, man. Like, I don't understand. Honestly, I don't understand Washington fans. Like, I really don't. Like, I know y'all have hope, but like, I really don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get them.
I mean, dude, they might have talent. Okay, sure, you might have talent, but there's one thing we got that you don't, and that's fucking Stoutland.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got a Stoutland. We got him.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be better than us because we got the best coach in
That's
all
a
of
fact.
NFL when it comes to the O-line. And unless you get Stoutland on your team, which I hardly doubt that'll ever fucking happen.
Yeah.
Enjoy being number 2, 3, or 4 because you ain't passing us. It's just not gonna happen.
You ain't. I got a question for you though. How do you feel about Nick Sirianni overall? How do you feel about him?
I love him.
Okay.
Pause.
Yeah.
No lie, man. We've always had a good track record with head coaches. You look at Andy Reid. No one knew who Andy Reid was. No one. And he comes in and now he is one of the best coaches to ever coach in the NFL. He's the only coach to have 100 wins with us and 100 wins with Kansas City. I mean, that's phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
And that's all because of us. We made Andy Reid, and he goes on to Kansas City and keeps going.
Yeah.
You look at Chip Kelly. Now, granted, we all hate Chip Kelly for what he did, but out of 3 seasons, he had 2 winning seasons. So we've had that good luck. And then you go to Dougie P. Dude, Dougie P brought us our first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then you go to Nick. Yes, he struggled first 7 weeks, but he flipped our offense and did a 180. First off, I give him 100% props for that. Do you know how hard it is to take an offense in the middle of a season when you are accustomed to doing one thing and completely 180 that bitch and tell your team to do something totally different? Dude, that is balls right there, bro.
That's a fact.
I'm telling you, like, I really, really, really like Nick, and I think he's going to be really good for us. And I love how he supports his players by wearing their shirts. I get it, man.
I was waiting for you to say that. Yeah.
Yo, I get it. The dude is a little corny. Okay, I get it. The plant seeds and let the flowers grow, but the shit fucking worked, man. It worked, did it not?
Yeah, it did. It did, man. It did.
So I'm not worried about Nick, bro. We have a good track record with head coaches. We truly, truly do. And I think Nick is just another guy on that list.
Yeah. And I like the fact that he gave the offense to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like. Like you said, I like the fact that he supports his guys. He ride for his guys. Just the other day in practice, and what I mean by the other day is probably like 2 weeks ago, he had like something like a Quez Watkins shirt on or something like that. Like he's the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like things like that. That like I really like that. Last year was a struggle for him and everything, being a first year head coach, and I understand it. He had, like I said, basically the whole offense was just like, we got to figure this out on the fly. You know what I mean? Like that. And that's how we are, down to the quarterback, down to the coach, down to the defensive coordinator. And I still got my question marks about Jonathan Gannon.
I do too. I do
Yo,
too.
I'm telling you, like, we got the. We gonna say that for later, but Nick Sirianni, I like him though. I like him.
Oh shit, let's go into it, bro. You know, a lot of people sit there and they bash on JG, and rightfully so. But you know, there's something that people need to realize, man. Our defense was number 10 in all of NFL last year. We were 10th overall
Oh
defensively,
yeah.
and in the NFL. Now tell
Okay.
me, that's sneaky, is it not? Because we did not look like we were a top 10 defense, but we were
That is
10th
sneaky.
overall in the NFL last year in defense.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good for how bad we look, does it not?
That's nah. That's sneaky good. Like you said, that's sneaky good. That is.
So I can only assume now that we're getting into the defense, when you add Jordan Davis, you add N'Kobe Dean, when you add Kaiser White and Riddick and Epps and Tart and all these young guys that we have, that defense is not going to be a top 10. It might possibly be a top 5.
Top 5. Yeah. Listen, man. We
You know,
defense. We're stacked. So if you want to talk about the defense real quick, let's talk about the defense. We're so stacked on defense, man. It's scary how we're stacked on defense, yo. The only thing that I'm not even too worried about, but I just have questions is about the safety position because we're not sure who we're going to start. You know what I mean? We're not sure
it's
we're
going
going
to
to
be
start.
Epps. Epps is going to start.
And that's what I'm thinking. I like Tart. I like Jacoski Tart because he's a thumper. He's a hitter. You know, he's not a scared safety. So I like Jaquan, if I'm pronouncing his name right, Jacoski Tart.
Jaquan Tart. Yep.
Jacoski Tart. Yeah, I like him, but that's the only question. But I like our corners, man. I'm glad that we end up signing James Bradbury. You know, we got two veteran. Okay, we got two veteran cornerbacks, man. I like our line. We got a slew of linebackers. Last year we went from the bare minimum to now we just flooded with linebackers. You know, N'Kobe Dean is on the rise. I said he just played. Okay. Oh, what's up, Sports Coma? What's going on, man? I'm HypeFan Eagle, man.
Yeah,
But,
no, he's part of Hardcore Network as well,
okay.
man. We actually got a show starting up on Saturdays at 2 p.m. It's called The Belly of the East. He's actually a Dallas fan, but this kid knows a shit ton about football.
Yeah.
He's very knowledgeable. So yeah,
Well,
man,
shout out to
definitely
you, man.
shout
Shout
out to
out
him,
to
man.
you for sure, man. But yeah, man, I love the defense, man. I love where we're going, man. We got a slew of linebackers, man. We got Jordan Davis, who's an absolute bull. We got
That's my
Fletcher
dude
Cox, who
right there,
came
bro.
back, man. I love Fletcher Cox. I even like the fact that we re-signed Derek Barnett. I liked him. It's just the fact that I don't know what's going on up here, but as a disruptor, I like him as a disruptor. But his mental, I don't get it because, bro, play the game of football. It's not the game of penalties. You know what I'm saying? It's the game of football. Get it right. But I like the fact that he's a disruptor, and you can't discount that at all. You know what I mean? So all across the board, man. I think our defense is an A, man. I like it. I love it.
Yeah, no, man, I gotta say, you know, I was a huge advocate of Jordan Davis. You know,
Yeah.
since week 6 last year, I begged and I pleaded Howie to fucking put that boy on this team, you know, because he's going to be a wrecking ball for years to come. And in all honesty, bro, I'm going to put it out there. This kid has the potential to be better than Fletcher Cox. I'm just saying. And that's no disrespect to Fletch, because we all know he is a legend. He is great. No disrespect. But Jordan Davis, man, you should not be that big and be able to move
that
the way he does. You know, and it's ridiculous, man. I have nothing but high hopes for this kid, and sky's the limit. And then you add his best friend and teammate N'Kobe Dean behind him. You saw in our preseason game this past Friday, Jordan Davis took those 3 guys, took them out of the way, and he just kind of he missed, but he grabbed him. And dude, N'Kobe was right there to clean it up.
Yeah,
dude, that is what is to come over the next 7 to 10 years. Like these two together, bro, are going to be a deadly combination.
Yeah, man. Just like how they was in Georgia, man. And you know, I want to say one thing, man, about Philly reporters. I don't understand a lot of these Philly reporters as far as like Elliot Parks or whoever.
Don't get me
They
started on Elliot fucking Parks, bro.
Yeah, I don't. So exactly, man. I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. And you know, it's just so much, you know, not so good news about N'Kobe Dean. I always repeat it in my, you know, in my videos. I always say, listen, I'm not too worried about N'Kobe Dean because I seen him at Georgia. I know it. I know what he could do. You know when you see somebody, you know if they got it in them, then you know you don't have to really worry about them. It's just the point of him actually getting up to speed on the NFL level and figuring it out. But once he figure it out, I'm not worried about him. So all of this stuff that Elliot Parks was talking about, because he do a grading system like stock up and stock down and stuff like that.
Yep.
He had N'Kobe Dean stock going down. I wasn't really reading into that, you know. I wasn't really reading into that. So I don't know, man. I don't really like what Elliot Parks be writing sometimes. I'm sorry,
dude. I was sitting there the other day and I saw that dumbass tweet. This kid has to throw 30 touchdowns in training camp for me to believe. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I get it. He has his own takes. He has his own ideas, but sometimes those things are so far out in fucking left field, bro. I'm like, bro, how do you have a blue check next to your fucking name? I do not get it.
Exactly.
I don't.
Exactly. I don't get it, man.
But listen, man, we got a lot of giant content creators in this hardcore sports network, and I love that you brought up Bradbury, because I mess with them every day. I'm like, you know, you guys just gave us a diamond in the rough, right? Like,
For real.
because he was your number one, and in all honesty, man, you know, I think he had a down year last year because that whole freaking team had a down year last year.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And I like that you teamed him with Slay, because one, that gives you a 1A and a 1B at corner.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you look at it, they're both two different styles too. Slay is speed, runs hip to hip, and you know, he does his thing, to where Bradbury is all physical, man. He will stay with you hip to hip. He's kind of handsy, but he doesn't get too crazy with it. And dude, he will get you. So they're two different play styles, and I really like that we have that, because that's really good to have with different wide receivers as well. You know, I wouldn't even be opposed of certain times putting Bradbury on the number one. It just all depends on who it is. You know, it's about the matchups and who works best with whoever. So listen, man, for once, I mean, dude, we have begged for fucking corners for so long, and we got them. We fucking got them, man.
You gotta remember, yo, people don't understand, man. We was struggling at cornerback, man. We had Ronald Darby playing cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you remember Ronald Darby, but come on, like, we was working with some bums, man. We was working with some bums, man. And that's funny right there. That's funny.
Yo, and Jock's right too, bro. I mean, the Giants are paying him more than we are to play for us.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
But you know what, though? You only as good as your team. And being the fact that the Giants wasn't good last year, it didn't really showcase his talent like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he's able to really showcase his talent, even though he's a veteran. He's not that old. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he listen. I don't care what nobody say. I'm happy he with Philly. That's all I care about now. That's all I care about. He with Philly. I don't want to hear nothing about the Giants, and you know, no disrespect to any of the Giants content creators here, but I'm just happy that he with Philly right now. And that's it.
Yeah. No, man. I mean, having Slay and Bradbury, it should make and that's why I'm not really too worried about, yo, what's going on, Big Simple? Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Shout out to the 10 in here, by the way. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe. On the road to 1K, and definitely go hit up my boy, HypeFan Eagle, you know, and give him a sub. Great content creator, knows his shit, so appreciate him coming on. But you know, with these corners, bro, it should. I'm not worried about the safety position because it should let our safeties be more free roaming like we wanted to last year.
Yeah.
We weren't as able to free roam safeties last year as we wanted to because of. Oh, I'm just gonna say it, Nelson. Okay, I'm just gonna say it
What?
because of Nelson.
That's a fact.
So with Bradbury there, man, you're more secure.
You're more secure. Yeah,
So your
man. Yeah.
safety should be able to just play the quarterback more rather than be able to help. I don't think you're going to need as much deep help with the corners that we have this year like we've needed in the past. These
Yeah.
safeties are going to be able to play the eyes of the quarterback, you know? So
Yeah.
that's really why I'm not too worried about them. And plus, when you have a great defensive line like we do, great corners like we do, and great linebackers, you can you can kind of hide that low key
Yeah.
safety
That's
spot
a
that we
fact.
have.
That's
You
a
know what I
fact.
mean?
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. For sure. For sure. So let me ask you something.
Yes,
What
he
you
does,
think?
Jock. HypeFan Eagle, man. That's his YouTube. If you want to go
Hype
look him
Fan
up.
Eagle. That's my YouTube
I'm
channel.
sorry,
Also,
bro. I didn't have a lot of time. I had a ball game tonight, so I just set this shit up real fast. I should have
nah,
put
it's
his
cool, man.
description
It's
in the
cool.
link.
Listen,
But
I understand, man. You know what I mean? I totally understand, man.
yeah.
My Twitter handle is Hype Eagle One. My YouTube is Hype Fan Eagle. You know, and yeah, man, just add me. You know, you already know. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all, man, for sure, man. What you think
He
our
just
record
subbed to
gonna
you,
be?
by the way, too. So
Yeah, and I'm a part of the team now, you know. After this one-on-one thing that made him doing, he gonna hit me up with more of the details and everything like that. So I'm thank you, man, for giving me an opportunity to be a part of the squad, man. I appreciate that for sure.
yeah, no doubt, man. And thank you, Simple. Hey, Simple. By the way, me and you got a team up here soon and collab, do an Eagles Commander collab, man. I definitely want to talk to you about your team and get your thoughts on it. So, hit me up on Twitter, bro. You already have it. Yeah, man. No, listen. My record for us this year, I got us between 12 and 13 wins. I ain't gonna lie, dude. When you look at
Yeah,
this schedule, the only defenses I'm worried about is Pittsburgh, Green
okay.
Bay,
Yeah.
Tennessee, Indianapolis, and oh shit, who's the other one? I had one, can't think of it. Anyway, there's like 4 or 5, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe one of those we squeak out, you know. We maybe.
Yeah.
So
I
that's why I have us around 12 or
yeah.
13.
I got
Granted,
us
yes,
going.
we could only get 10 or 11 if we have a bad day. I
Mhm.
understand that, but with the talent that we have, man, oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. There is his YouTube link. You guys can hit it and go sub to
Oh,
him if you
thank you, man.
want.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Appreciate
that,
you,
man.
Drew.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much, man. But yeah, I mean, my record at least this year is 12 to 13. You know, I'm
Yeah.
not afraid to say it. If we don't get 12 or 13, I'm man enough to eat it. Come at me. It is what it is. I'll take the heat. But
Yeah.
do you have a record prediction for this team
Yeah.
this year, bro?
I'm saying I think we'll go 12-5. Worst case scenario, 11-6. I'm not mad at 11-6, but I think we should go 12-5 for sure. I do got us losing to the Cowboys at least one time. But
Mhm.
everybody else, I pretty much got us a clean sweep. If anybody really gonna give us fits besides, you know, in our division, besides the Cowboys, it might be Washington. You know what I mean? But other than that, I got us going 12-5. We might have a problem with Tennessee. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. You know, we might have a problem with Tennessee. I actually think we might have a problem with Minnesota. You know, our second game, just because of who
Don't
they, you
say
know.
that because I'm gonna be there and I don't want us to
Oh
lose.
yeah.
Don't say
You know,
that.
let me put it like this. This is a real test for our cornerbacks because we know who they got on the
Exactly.
outside. So this is a test for them to see if they could, you know, really can handle the thing. So I like that. I'm actually going to a couple of games because I'm from Jersey. So
Yep.
I'm an hour away from the stadium. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go to a couple of games this year, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Are you going week 2?
Week 2, no. I gotta actually
Oh,
start
okay.
buying my tickets now. And by the way, I want to start giving away some tickets too. That's what I'm gonna do on my page as well, man. Just
Ooh.
start giving some tickets away, man. You know, that's one of the little things I'm gonna do on my page, man. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
we're gonna have to get together on Twitter and try to go to a game together.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. No, oh
we'll
yeah, we
figure
can
it
do
out.
that for sure. Yes, we can do that. I'm
Hell
down
yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
So yeah, man, it's been an hour. We only were gonna do an hour.
Got it.
But no, man, listen, this team, I really truly feel it is real. They're
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
up and up. I like what Howie did, dude. Last year he built the foundation. You
yeah.
know, he brought in the young talent. He had a great draft last year as well. Milton Williams, I expect a lot from this kid as well. Hopefully
Hmm.
he goes to the hopefully they use him as a DT and a DN, give him some more reps.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, the foundation was built last year, and now we put the walls up this year. Next
yeah,
year
yeah.
will be the roof, and I'm just telling you, man, I really, really, really like what Howie Roseman has done with this team over the last 2 years. And as long as he keeps doing what he's doing, I understand why. Was it Irvin? I think
Urban
the Cowboy, Michael Irvin, that said that he
Michael
could
Urban
see us
said
be.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Michael
not
Irvin. Yeah,
saying it. I'm not going to say it live, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
kind of get why he said what he said,
yeah.
because it does kind of feel like it's headed that way, especially with all these young pieces that we've acquired. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really looking good, bro.
Yeah.
I have not been this hyped on our team in a
That's a
long
fact.
time,
That's a
bro.
fact. That's a fact, man. And my closing statement is I like what Howard Roseman did as well. You know, he's actually built the foundation. He actually built something for the future. You know what I mean? As far as these young linebackers, you know, these young running backs, you know what I'm saying? Just defense and offense, both sides. Everybody is young. He got the pieces together just in case. And I'm a Jalen Hurts fan, but just in case he don't pan out, we still got draft picks for next year. So I like the way he dealt his hand. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And yeah, man, I'm excited too, man. I'm definitely excited. I want to introduce something with you as well before we get on up out of here. I was thinking about something called a 4-quarter segment. So basically, at the end of every quarter, we do like a quick 2 or 3 minute run through or whatever before the new quarter start, and then after the game, we do like an overall summary or whatever like that. So
Oh hell yeah, dude. That'd be dope. We can do that.
that'd be dope. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're gonna give y'all more details on it when me and him talk about it, or me, him, and whoever else talk about it. That's what we're gonna do. So I appreciate you having me up there, man. Hit me on, hit me up anytime. I'm here, man. I'm here.
Yeah, for sure. Stick around after. I'll talk to you a few minutes.
All right.
But yeah, once again, guys, shout out to the tenant here. Please go hit my boy up with a sub if you haven't already. His link is right there in the chat. Dude, I appreciate you coming on, spending an hour of your time with me, talking some Eagles football. There is a lot to get ready to be hyped about, man.
Yeah.
And if this year goes the way we think, like you said, I hope Jalen balls out, bro, because then we have 2 firsts next year. We ain't got to use on a quarterback. And if we ain't got to use them on a quarterback, dude,
That's better
it's
for
only
us.
going to get better.
Yeah,
So
that's a fact.
I'm with you, man. So, yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you coming in. Thank you so much.
Thank
Like I
y'all.
said,
Thank y'all.
please hit that like button for your boy. Please hit that subscribe. We are on our way to 1K. I already got the watch hours, just need the subs now. And I don't do this often, but I did put the Cash App in the link below if anybody would like to donate to the channel to try and, give you guys a better experience, get some equipment, probably a new fucking laptop once I blow it the fuck up. Uh, so, once again, appreciate you guys so much. I will be going live Sunday for the game. Stay tuned for that as well. Tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m., I got King DV coming on from JC and King DV, the Shakedown podcast. So definitely stay tuned for that. And Fly Eagles Fly, we are
Fly Eagles
going to
fly.
the top this year. The NFC East is ours. It's
Yes.
over. Peace
Yes.
out, everyone. And y'all have a
Hurricane.
great rest of your week and have a safe weekend. We out.
We out.